It is 9:51. My scheduled appointment.
The candidates engage on it.
Sorry, my scheduled appointment arrival time is 10 o'clock today, and it's 9:51. Construction site. That in front of me, that truck, is what I'm hauling on the back of my truck. You can see they have rows upon rows of it, where the unfocused part is. I have a small fear. A fear that the receivers are not going to be here. Because they're not here right now. Maybe my 10 o'clock appointment time is set to be when they show up. I don't know. I will find out. Because after a certain point, well, exactly 10:01, I'm going to be calling my company. I've called, there's a number and a name of an individual that I needed to call for this particular location. And I called him 3 times yesterday and left one voicemail to tell him who I was with my contact phone number, in a way that I thought was clear and understandable. Because sometimes you get these voicemail messages from people, you're like, huh? And you can't understand half of what they say, so I made sure that I enunciated my numbers very well and slowly. Because the phone number, that's the most important part. Most of the time, that's all you're listening for, so you can call it back. But I didn't get any call. I called around noon, and then a couple more times after that. The 2 follow-ups were just to see if he would answer his phone, and didn't. The voicemail described the person I was supposed to contact, so I knew I had the right number. And it even said their construction company name in his voicemail. But there was no response. I wanted to find out if there was parking at this particular location, which I kind of think there is. I mean, there's all kinds of room in the construction site, and then there's a building facility over here, which this may just be a continuation of this. So, but it didn't matter, because I found a spot like 2.9 miles over there at a little small Shell gas station place. And I was kind of surprised that I found it, but hey, because I've been up and down this road many times, going back and forth from Fort Smith to St. Louis. And so now here I sit at 9:53, wondering if folks will show up. This truck in front of me, well, obviously, if people do show up, they'll be unloaded first. I've already got a pre-plan. It's telling me to go to Fort Smith, and I've already got a load that's going to, let's just say Chicago, because I can't remember the small town it's located next to. But it doesn't deliver until 3 o'clock on Monday. Yes, that's a good thing for me. I know there's probably others that would be like, oh man, that's too bad that it doesn't deliver in the morning, because then you can leave on Sunday and get extra miles. But I don't want to do that. Right now, I have an opportunity to have a full 2-day weekend at home. What I mean is a small opportunity, because with what's happening right now, that there's no people here, I have a small fear that because of the bad weather, rain, lightning, they called up all their employees. Yeah, it's no working today. So I'm hoping somebody got the phone call saying, hey, we still need somebody to show up to unload all these trucks. So we will find out, and I will report back. I feel like I'm going to lose my phone. There we go. So it doesn't I have a load that I pick up at Fort Smith and I can take home. Right now, I'm on the cusp of being able to, if everything worked out perfectly, I'd show up here. They'd unload me in 30 minutes. Wishful thinking. And then, because all the lumber and materials are going to this company, so everything's just going to be scooped off and put on the ground. It doesn't take very long. But since there's nobody here right now, this is just going to extend my day and use up all my non-driving hours, because it takes 7.5 hours to drive from Fort Smith to the Madison yard in Madison, Illinois, for me, with all my required load checks. So 9, 10, it gives me what? 3.5 hours of driving time to spare. It's going to take me an hour and a half to drive to Fort Smith from this location. So I've basically got 2 hours of driving time, plus the 3 hours of, well, see, I do all these calculations in my head trying to figure out how much spare time I have. I didn't start my day until 9:30. 9, 10, 11. So I have really until 11:30 tonight to drive. So if I reverse calculate that 7.5 hours, I guess as long as I can get out of there by 3:30, 4 o'clock, I might have a chance of still making it home, because I'll drive all the way there in one go without staying the night. Because especially when I'm anticipating getting home at with just milliseconds to spare, everything goes well for some reason. But I could have just jinxed myself. That's it for now. Otherwise, I'm just gabbing away for nothing. I was trying to capture it in the mirror. You can see that white truck in my right mirror? Well, next to that is their construction little RV, I guess you call it. Their office. I already went there one time, and there was nobody in the office. I don't know if this truck in front of me parked there tonight, or if he went and talked to somebody. His stuff was all unstrapped, I think, except for one strap. Yeah. It's 9:58, and it's not looking good right now for my 10 o'clock appointment. I will report back to let you know what happened, because this will be interesting. Fridays are always interesting. I fueled up yesterday to anticipate my getting home today, so I don't even have to stop for fuel today. I just drive. And that's what I want, because I want to drive home. It's 10:36, and somebody showed up about 5 minutes ago. I did call the number again, left a voicemail saying I was here to deliver. And then this person showed up 15 minutes later, and I'm assuming whoever I called somebody, said, hey, you need to go out there and unload these trucks. So we had to move forward a little bit because their truck's trying to get into their spots on the side, but they should have no problem where they're at. But there's a truck driver that complained that he couldn't blindside back in to these spots, and you know, the way you get over that is you turn your truck around and do it from the driver's side, and then it's easy. Because that's what he did anyway. Oh well. Just waiting to unload, then I can go to Fort Smith, and then we'll see if I make it home. It is 2:53. I've been here for an hour and 19 minutes. I've got 8 hours and 28 minutes in which to secure my load, get my paperwork, and get home. They have not yet loaded anything on my deck. I've been here for an hour and 19 minutes. So you can see all the forklifts. They're busy loading all the other trucks. Oh wait, there are no forklifts. It's just a bunch of trucks. Uh-oh, I'm hitting sarcasm mode. It's getting late in the day. I don't like this. The guy took my paper. I figured I'd start videoing, and this way it might speed. Usually things start happening when I okay, a forklift showed up. I'm not sure if it's mine, but it's gonna be a long load. I've got 2 different sections. It's all ready. I just gotta throw straps and throw all my chains and all my securements on it. And then I can get paperwork and leave. I can do my part fairly quick. I'm just driving myself nuts waiting for this forklift to show up with my stuff. Because with my, I've got less than an hour to do everything needed to do at this location and possibly make it home today. Otherwise, I have to stay the night somewhere so I can drive an extra 30 minutes or maybe 15 minutes, maybe 10 minutes. That's how close it's going to be. So I sit here patiently for the last hour and 20 something minutes. Hour and 21 minutes now. I've been waiting outside. I figure if I stand around, maybe they'll see me and want to drive faster. Because he took my paperwork, I want to say 15 minutes ago, maybe 20. I don't know if it's break time. But this is the frustrating part. The whole frustrating part about trucking is not the driving, because that's easy. It's the waiting at shippers and receivers, even when your shipper is the company you work for. So, it's days like today, I'd almost prefer a preloaded trailer because then it's all on me as far as time to get out of here. It's all on me, but this time it's like 25% on me. Because when they live load a trailer, and I don't have to tarp, this will take me, once the product's on there, less than 25 minutes to do my job. Maybe a little bit more. But I still got to drive around this facility one more time because I have to go I have to move to an area where I can secure it completely. And once I'm done with that, there's somebody comes in. No. Then I can go inside and get my paperwork and then drive out of here. I will be happy when that forklift just shows up and starts loading something, but my unload today took almost an hour and a half because they would remove one piece at a time, two at the most. So it really eats up your hours sitting at shippers and receivers, and it could cost you not being able to go home. Okay, I see a couple of forklifts, and the guy that arrived after me is now getting loaded. My stuff must have been buried somewhere. I see another forklift. See, there's one forklift loading a truck that I got here before. That might be my stuff right there. So I'm going to go outside in my gear, get ready to receive. Well, it's improved a little bit, but not by much. I've got the front section on and secured. I've got 8 hours left, but I'm waiting on one bundle. Apparently there's a tag issue, and the gentleman that was loading me, he let me know that he had to go home. He loaded what he could, but he said the second guy will, whoever the second guy is, and whenever the second guy starts, he will correct the tag, I guess, I don't know, and bring me my last bundle. I've got everything set up. It's secured on this side. I'm just waiting for that last bundle so I can throw my chains all the way over and then finish securing. Then I can drive around and get my paperwork. So I have exactly 8 hours left because I'm working on my, oh, is that zoomed in? Sorry. So 8 hours. Could it take me 8 hours to get home? Yeah, if there's traffic anywhere. And one accident? Yeah. But hour and 48 minutes. Guess it's not too bad. But it's all a mindset for me, because the weekends where I know I'm going to stay out, it's not an issue. But when I know, it's like, okay, I can get home if my day doesn't get screwed up. But it's like on the verge of being totally screwed up. And I didn't even start the day until 9:30. because the delivery today that you seen earlier wasn't scheduled until 10, and they weren't even aware we were going to be here to unload. Found this out from the guy that came and unloaded me, that the guy's name on my paperwork and phone number who I contacted is on vacation. Huh. That's quality there. Quality. Well, it's all in the details. So, at some point, you know, it's out of my hands. I'm a truck driver. I mean, I have no control over anything other than the truck when I'm driving. And like I said, that's the easy part. The hard part is getting unloaded and loaded efficiently. It's the difference between going home and seeing your family and not going home. I mean, I can understand, you know, they're at the end of their shift. They need to get home to their families. Must be nice. But my shift isn't over until I actually drive home. Just one. You might be here. Well, it's like 11 something. I have 10 minutes to spare. Oh, easy day. Time to go home.